Hi everyone. I'm excited to be here with you today. I want to share a little bit about a topic that is near and dear to my heart: mental health, social well-being, and the profession of social work. Now, some of you may be familiar with social work and others maybe not so much. There are all different types of ways social workers can get involved with helping people. For example, some of us try to change policies and laws so members of our communities are treated fairly. We also help people learn and apply for government assistance programs, and you might know this as welfare, when their standard of living isn't quite where it should be. Social workers can also be therapists and work one-on-one with individuals who are experiencing troubling thoughts and behaviors. Regardless of the path we choose, it is important to remember that we are dedicated to helping people because every once in a while, we could all use a helping hand. So, before we get started, here's a little bit of information about me. My name is Jackie, and I'm a social work student at Rutgers University. I have worked with all sorts of people, doing all sorts of jobs, and one thing I can say for certain is that life sometimes throws us curveballs. We encounter difficult situations that are not easy to deal with, like a divorce in the family, people being mean to us for no apparent reason, feeling sad all of the time, experiencing change that we're just not ready for, or maybe we've lost somebody that we love. Some of you may even notice that people of color, people of different backgrounds, different genders, or different religions experience what we call marginalization. In other words, they are treated as insignificant or not as important because they are not the same as the majority of people in the population. But social workers are here to help. We're not always going to have all the solutions to a problem right away, but we are committed to ensuring that people do not feel alone on their search for happiness and equality. We believe that everyone, no matter your age, your skin color, your religion, or your family background, deserves to live a fulfilling and a positive life. And in fact, we are so committed to helping people and groups of people that it's even in our code of ethics. This code guides our career and the decisions we make as professionals. If you visit www.socialwork.org and select the Preamble tab, you can see it for yourself. The very first line states, "The primary mission of the social work profession is to enhance human well-being and help meet the basic human needs of all people, with particular attention to the needs and empowerment of people who are oppressed and living in poverty." And we know that asking for help is not always easy, especially if you think that someone might not understand what you're going through. It might also be hard to ask for help because there are a lot of myths surrounding social work. What comes to mind when you think of some negative things people might say about social work? Here's what I think of. Therapists just read from a textbook and tell people what to do. Welfare is for poor people who are lazy or poor, and people who need mental health services are weak. So, did you know that the United States Census Bureau collects information throughout the country each year, including information about government assistance programs? In 2012, approximately 52.2 million people in the U.S. participated in government assistance programs each month of that year. Those programs included Medicaid, the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, also known as food stamps, temporary assistance for needy families, and supplemental security income. As you can see, there are all different types of assistance programs and all different types of people who need assistance. It's important to be careful not to label a program or a group of people as bad just because they need assistance. You never know if one of these programs might apply to you or someone you know one day. Our best practice is to be kind to one another. While it is important to be kind to one another, it is also important to be kind to ourselves. Seeking out mental health services is a wonderful way to practice self-care. It doesn't mean you are weak. It means that you are willing to do something to take care of yourself. And there's nothing wrong with that. If you have a fever or a sore throat, you go to the doctor, right? Every once in a while, we might find ourselves struggling with our thoughts, behaviors, and our emotions. Going to a licensed social worker for therapy services is much like going to the doctor for a checkup. We want to feel good from the inside out, and our mental well-being is very important to our quality of life. And remember, social workers are here to help because we care. If you or someone you know and love ever needs support, like the kind we talked about in our presentation today, I encourage you to ask for help from a social worker or another member of the helping profession. We are here to build each other up and take care of one another. Thank you so much for coming out to this presentation, and I hope that you were able to learn a little bit about what we as social workers do.